So for the concept of the music video for Had It All Wrong, that old saying, judging a book by its cover, I mean, we all do that. We're all guilty of that. And I kind of wanted to use this video as an opportunity to tell the real story of who I am. I grew up on a self-sustaining farm. I was homeschooled. We had an 1.5 acre garden. I milked goats every morning. I gathered eggs. I grew up very old-fashioned. Growing up on a farm is it's a lot of work. I learned the value of hard work and having a strong work ethic, since I was a little kid. And I really got that from my dad. And then I lost my father when I was 13 years old. My mom remarried. We moved to Katy. I ended up going to Texas A&M University, getting a degree and going into the construction industry. But at the same time, playing music, because music is my passion. In order to pursue my passion, I came from no money. I don't have a rich uncle. I don't have a scholarship program. So I don't have any kind of investors. I did what I had to do to make that happen, which was work hard. After I graduated college, I went and worked a full-time job in the construction industry to make the money to make music videos and make albums and hire radio promoters and publicists and booking agents and all that. Booking shows on my lunch break during the week, working 50 hours a week corporate, and then leaving on Friday afternoon to go play wherever Friday, play Saturday, sometimes Sunday, sometimes twice Sunday, coming back to work on Monday and doing it all again the next week. I did that for 7 years before going out on my own, starting my own construction company. When people first meet me, they think that Will Carter is a spoiled rich city boy, and that it's hilarious to me because I've been riding horses since I was 8, training horses since I was like 11. I grew up milking goats and gathering eggs on a self-sustaining farm. I wanted to use the opportunity with this video to kind of give everybody a little peek and insight into where I grew up and how I grew up. And I guess just say that, I lost my father at an early age. I'm the oldest of 4. My mom's only been a mom. And it was my job to make sure my family would be okay. And on top of that, no one was helping me pursue my dream and my passion, which is to play music. So I worked very hard to make it happen. 6 years ago, I put out my first single to radio, Texas radio, a song called I Don't Know Why, and it was basically the start of the Will Carter project. Put out an EP and followed that up with a full-length album. Prior to this song, I've had 12 singles on Texas radio, 2 of which have went national. I was, young and learning and trying to figure out how to navigate this industry, and so I took a lot of feedback from industry, and I was guilty of letting the industry sort of guide what I was doing. It can be frustrating. As an artist, you want to put out music and tell your story and do it in a way that's true to you. And when you're directed or persuaded by others to do things a certain way just because that's what they think the industry wants and that kind of thing, it sort of takes away the core reason for why you put out music in the first place. I was getting frustrated with it, and I ran into this older gentleman that basically said, just listen to your heart and be true to yourself. And at that point, it kind of snapped, and I said, you know what? Despite the fact that I've put out 2.5 albums and I've had 12 songs on radio, I feel like I'm kind of changing directions a little bit late in the game. But I decided to, at that point, to just kind of go back to kind of where it started, and instead of using session musicians and letting producers and big studios kind of direct the production process, I just brought the guys. I've got a great band. Not only are they phenomenal live musicians, but they're also great studio musicians, and you don't see that a lot. My bass player has been with me for 9 years. Prior to teaming up with me, he was in a rock band called Infinity's Twin, and the frontman for that also plays fiddle, also sings. About a year and a half ago, Bino, the frontman for Infinity's Twin, also started a country cover band called Born and Bred. And my bass player, when he wasn't playing with me, or if I was off doing a radio tour or playing an acoustic show or something like that, he would go play with Bino in one of those bands, either the rock band or the country band. It just kind of makes sense that we just take all the guys and make one band. And so the guys constantly play together. It keeps the band busy. The band stays together every single weekend playing either Infinity's Twin show or a Born and Bred show or a Will Carter show. It's the same guys over and over and over. So it's like a big family, and the band is super tight. And the live show is reflective of that. So come out and see us.